Hello, welcome to Rush of the Magic. I'm James, and today we're going to be doing none other than Deadpool, aka Wade Wilson, aka the Merc with a Mouth, aka the guy who's going to shove a baseball bat up your ass sideways while eating a chimichanga with a smile. Rather than doing the regular, just the mask portion of the Deadpool costume, or doing the unmasked version of Deadpool, I decided to go ahead and just do both. But yeah, so if you guys like this makeup and you want to see how I accomplished it, please stick around and watch the tutorial. Have a chimichanga while you watch. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is cover my eyebrows. I've already made a video for that, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop a link right up here. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Now it's time to put on a bald cap. I'm going to pop a link up here where I show you how to do that. Okay, now I've gone ahead and covered my eyebrows and applied the bald cap. Now it's time to go ahead and outline the rest of my face, and I'm going to go ahead and do that using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I'm going to start by dividing my face directly in half. Now before I go any further, because this whole lower half is going to be a body paint, I'm going to go ahead and remove my shirt, and then I'm going to continue on. Now I'm using a reference photo to help me figure out where the lines are supposed to be. Also, another thing that you have to take into account is that when you're looking at it, it is going to be in the reverse of the way that it needs to be. So you're going to be looking at it and you're going to see the cross beam going from what appears to be his right side to his left, but it's actually going to be going from his left side to his right, so that it appears right to anybody else looking upon you. Okay, now that I've got my outline all completed, now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my SFX gelatin. I made that homemade. You can find SFX gelatin online, but I made mine using NYX gelatin, sugar-free syrup that I got, and glycerin that I got picked up from the drugstore. Now, I'm using the syrup because its second ingredient is sorbitol, which is what you would typically use, but because I'm in a pinch, I figured I'd grab the next best thing and use the syrup for the gelatin. It works just as well as getting straight sorbitol, being that it is the second ingredient, the first being water. Actually, with the water included, your gelatin will probably be a little bit more flexible. But anyway, so I'll leave the recipe down below, but for those curious about it now, I used one entire box of the NYX gelatin, which is 1 ounce, approximately 2 tablespoons. And then I went on and used 8 tablespoons each of the glycerin and the syrup. I mixed those up inside of a bowl, dissolved the gelatin as much as I possibly could, and I heated it up in a microwave in increments of like 15 to 20 seconds each. You don't want to go too much beyond that because you don't want to boil it. If it cooks too much, it could ruin your gelatin. Also, you want to be careful with the application because once you pull the gelatin out of the microwave, it is extremely hot. You might want to let it set for a little bit before applying it directly to your skin. That way you do not get burned, because you can get burned real bad. So be careful using this. I suggest testing it on your wrist or some other place just to make sure that it is not too hot for your skin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and prep my gelatin, and I'll be right back. Also, I should note that there are other recipes for gelatin. This is just the gelatin recipe that I personally use. Okay, now I've got my gelatin microwave and hot, just like it needs to be. Here it is here. Try not to spill it on myself like an idiot. I'm going to take a little bit of my Maybelline FIT Matte and Poreless Foundation in Porcelain and put that inside the mixture there to help it match my skin tone a little bit more. I'll be doing some other colorization after it's been applied to my face, but this will help me get closer to the effect that I need it to be before the application, make it a little bit easier to get it where I want it after the fact. Okay, now that I've got my gelatin where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and start taking my cotton balls, and I'm going to start spraying them apart and make them thin in order to coat them and lay them on my face with the gelatin to get some texture on my skin. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and place those pieces along the side that's going to be unmasked. Well, actually, I started up here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and build up the ear because I know that his ear is kind of grody and milty.
shut up and sit down.
Now that I've got this all on my face, I'm going to go ahead and let it cool down, and in the meantime, I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean to go ahead and outline all the places on this side of my body that are going to be black. You don't have to do this, but I am a bit of a ditz, and I don't want to accidentally go over some of the things that are supposed to be black with red, or vice versa. So, yeah. Okay, now that I've gotten that drawn out, I'm going to go ahead and set this with translucent powder. Now I'm going to use a pink cream makeup distributed by Rubies. You can find this at Party City, Halloween USA, Spirit Halloween, any Halloween store pretty much. I got this at Walmart actually. You can find it online too. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use that with a stippling sponge and dab that in different locations all over the face to help add some texture. I'm actually going to layer a number of different colors and probably go back in over top of it all with a foundation shade when I'm done, depending on whether or not I like the look of it when I get done with the cream makeups. But yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and dab that all over the face with a stipple sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the red cream makeup made by the same people. Now again, I'm going to go over that with a brown. I'm actually going to take that brown shade and I'm going to add a white to it and lighten it up a little bit because that looks a little bit too dark. Now that I've gotten all these layers of colors on my face to help add some depth, I'm going to go back in with the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation in Porcelain. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that with a sponge all over the side of my face. Now it doesn't have to be perfectly even coverage. We're actually just going for some dimension over here, so just trying to bring up the tone a little bit. I actually decided against using the makeup sponge and I'm using a stipple brush instead. Now, like I said before, we're actually trying to go for an uneven coverage here to help the other colors that we layered on underneath shine through and help give this look some dimension. Now once you've gotten that side to where you want it, you can go ahead and set all that with a translucent powder. Next I'm going to go ahead and go in with the BH Cosmetics 120 color eyeshadow palette, and I'm actually just going to use this brown here, and I'm going to use that just around the edge of the eyes to add some depth. I'm going to use just a touch of this red color here too, not too much, just to add a little bit of redness to the eye. Now I'm going to prime my eye using Urban Decay's Primer Potion and Anti-Aging. Now I'm going to go in my eye with the NYX Primal Colors in Hot Black, just in the very eye portion of that section. That way I don't have to go in with the aqua paints too close to the eye. I'm going in with the Snazaroo face paint in bright red, and I'm just putting that in all the areas that are red. Now before I go any further, I'm going to go in with a MAC lipstick in Ruby Woo, just basically a red shade just to fill this in so I don't have to use the aqua colors on my lips. Once again, I jumped ahead of myself and I started going in with the Snazaroo face paint in black, and I'm just going in and filling in all the spaces that are supposed to be black. Now I'm going to go in with the Snazaroo watercolor and silver. I'm going to start filling in the buckles. Now I'm going back in with the NYX Primal Colors in black, and I'm going to add some of the details between the red. Now I'm going back in with a white cream makeup again, and I'm going to go ahead and add highlights to the different black spots, like the belts on his suit and on his eye. Now I'm going to go back in with the NYX Primal Colors Hot Black, and I'm going to use that just to add a couple more details that I missed and some shading. Now I'm going to fill in my waterline using CoverGirl Perfect Blend pencil in basic black. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my arms, throw in a contact, and put on some gloves, and that'll be it. So this is the finished look. I hope that you guys all enjoyed the tutorial. And as always, all the products I use will be listed down below in the description bar, as well as all the links to my social media sites. Let me know if you like this makeup and if you want to see more of this kind of thing. So yeah, let me know of any ideas, any suggestions, any other makeups or tutorials that you might want to see me do. Leave them down in the comment section down below. Also, I would like to say, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. You have no idea how much that helps. Also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. And yeah, hope to see you guys again next time. Bye. Hello, welcome to Brushes of Magic. I'm James. And today I'm doing this storm-inspired